All right, so we're going to talk about the unified production dashboard and the timeline widget, kind of how it works a little bit more. So if we do something like a larger range of data, so 13 to the 15th here, you can see we get a lot of data. It starts to become a little hard to see everything. But let's say we do want to do that so that we can kind of zoom around. We can actually use these little features here, and to be able to kind of zoom in, we can actually, so you can zoom in a little bit more here, get down to kind of a 5-hour time period, and then we can actually move this back and forth. So we can really zoom in. We can even get even finer detail if we want. If we're seeing maybe some kind of funky type data that's showing up in our process state, then we can kind of try to figure out what's going on there. You can see there's a little sliver of changeover right here. Maybe you're seeing a lot of those and you want to kind of see how often does that happen and try to figure out if we can prevent that. So that tool allows you to do that. You can also do some stuff. You can turn this into a full screen mode. You could print it, export it as different images and PDFs and things like that. So there's some functionality there. You'll also notice that as you kind of zoom in or zoom out or change your date and time range, this time scale changes automatically, which is really nice. So if we, try to grab this, pull that out, there we go. Then we start to see days and it goes into hours instead of the minutes that we had. If you ever kind of get that a little screwed up, just refresh the page and then it'll go back to kind of a normal view there. But it's always going to keep your filters around. So